We will now look at reporting. Anyone, professional, staff, or volunteer, must highlight any concerns as early as possible. Whether the act has been heard, seen, or overheard, if they believe there is a genuine need to share information for the safety of the vulnerable adult. As observed earlier, the role of a vulnerable adult safeguarding manager is to ensure that staff members understand that they must raise their concerns directly to them or to adult social care. Any concerns must be raised with the highest role in the establishment, particularly if the allegations involve their direct manager. If the vulnerable adult has requested that you do not share the concern with anyone, you cannot uphold that guarantee and have a responsibility to act in the best interests of the vulnerable adult, particularly if it places them at further risk of harm. Once you have decided to share your concern, you will have to share the exact details, explaining the possible abuse that is taking place or could occur should it go unaddressed. Any records made at the time of disclosure can become court evidence. It is essential that such records are clear, legible, free from interpretation, and a true reflection of the facts themselves presented at the time. A vulnerable adult may need to be moved immediately if they are at risk of danger. Emergency services may need to be called if appropriate, including the police, to ensure the safety of the vulnerable adult. All incidents must be fully recorded as soon as possible. If the vulnerable adult is not in need of immediate removal, then it may be that once the concerns have been raised with the manager, there are several things that need to be considered. As you are aware, all concerns need to be recorded, dated, signed, and taken forward for action. However, where the concern involves a care establishment, referrals must be made to the appropriate inspection authority, e.g., Care Quality Commission, CQC, for health and social care, who have a statutory responsibility to investigate any concerns. It can be extremely distressing for a vulnerable adult to disclose a concern. Therefore, when making a decision on whether to refer or not, it must be considered that this is an area that is not often discussed, and only by speaking up on behalf of the vulnerable adult that they will receive the support and safety they require. The assumption should never be made that someone else is dealing with the situation that has been observed. Any concerns, no matter how small, if it places the vulnerable adult at risk, they should report these concerns immediately to the suitable person who holds responsibility for safeguarding.